It is the 2nd of October 2015, and this is a monthly update on the state of my garden. This is my newest bed, and the soil down here is fairly hard clay soil, so I'm not expecting too much. Eventually 2 or 3 out of these rows will be fruit trees and the rest vegetables, but that's still a year or 2 off. I've got a couple of citrus trees down here that are not looking well. That is a lime, and that is a orange, Navelina orange. I suspect I replanted these from pots that were replanted from out the front. I suspect that the soil down here is just, citrus need really free draining soil. So my next citrus tree I plant, I'll see if these two survive, but the next I plant, I'm going to dig a bigger hole and fill it with compost and bought soil, so it's more free draining. I had some spinach in down here, but the chooks got in and made pretty sure work, and that's about all that's left. Oh, there's maybe, where are we? There we go. So we've got potatoes in this row. I'll just put 2 in. I'll put another 2 or 4 in next week. This row will be potatoes and probably a pumpkin, if it works. Here I've got an arrangement of kale, 3 different sorts. That's Russian red, that's curly leaf kale, and that's Dino kale. I've got trouble with birds down here. I don't think they're specifically after the plants themselves. I think they're after the bugs that are down here. And the bugs are attacking the plants probably because the soil is not that much good yet. Healthy soil means healthy plants, and healthy plants, bugs don't tend to attack as much. I had some silverbeet in here, and that's all been munched by the birds. I've got some down here, and that's basically almost all gone too. There's a few left there that you see where it's been munched. You know, so yeah, I do suspect they're after more the bugs than the actual seedlings themselves, because they tend to stay away from the larger plants. Here I've got a couple of zucchinis I've put in. 1 and 2, and here I've got some celery. I'll be interested to see how this goes in this heavy soil, because celery is meant to have a fairly free draining soil. And I've got over here, I've got some cos lettuce, which has been badly eaten. Same here, some more baby cos, and yeah, if you look, it's just a bit sad at the moment. I'm going to leave them grow and see what they do, whether they'll strengthen with time. And here I plan to plant strawberries. So yeah, it is morning here. And a couple of my Isa Browns, my crossbreeds, That's a Mustralorp, a Leghorn, this little patch I've got potatoes, I've got some cos lettuce which has been eaten by the birds once again, I've got some Asian greens that somehow survived, and over here I've got some raspberry canes that I don't really know whether or not I'll get enough sun here to produce any decent fruit, but we shall see. Here are some of my babies having some breakfast. These are 9 weeks old. Those two are white ones are Sussex, the black ones are Australorps, the red ones are Rhode Island Reds. Anyway, we'll leave that and we'll come up. Oh, there's my new compost bay. So I've just finished building that. That's and that's about 1.2 by 1.2 cubed. So that should give me enough heat to heat my compost quite well. Okay, out my annual beds, I've got kale. I've got in here. I've got collards. I've got silver beets. I've got mustard greens. I've got celery. I have onions. Now I put some baby spinach in here, and these have also been mangled by the birds. Over here I've got some more cos lettuce, onions, and spring onions over there. Coming over to this bed, we have some celery here, still some spinach left over, some carrots coming up there. I've got some cabbages, some red cabbages popping up there. I've got some more silver beet here. I've got another zucchini down here. I've got some beetroot coming up there. There's the beetroot. Back here I've got potatoes. That one should give me quite a few potatoes, I believe. And at the back here I've got some celery. And I've replanted. I've already picked a few of the potatoes. They weren't that fruitful, but I planted them in the colder months, so I don't think they were getting enough daylight. But here I've got bins for my tea for my fertilizer. This one is seaweed and just weeds from the garden, and this last one here is chook poo, and this really stinks, and so I don't take the lid off that for long, and it's horrible, but it does a good job. Over here I've got my garlic, which is looking pretty good. Next to that I've got onions, two sorts of onions, a brown, and I've forgotten the other name. Got some corn coming up here. There we go. The corn. I've got some cos lettuce in there. I have some carrots, and sprinkled through the carrots there is some radishes. There's a stray, I think it's either broccoli or a collie coming up there. I don't know how that got there, but we'll kick along with it. There's more carrots. I've got a tomato in there. Next to the tomato is a mustard green. There's my cos lettuce. And there is quite a bit of self-seeded clover in here. I chop it down now and then, but I don't take out the roots. I leave it in to provide ground cover, and it also fixes nitrogen in the soil. So it's good for the soil, keeps the soil covered. All these beds now I've got mulch with seaweed. Once a fortnight I put some sea salt on it, which is one of the amendments I actually add. I buy. Also I buy rock dust, blood and bone, and pelletized chicken manure. But they are all organic. There's no NPK artificial fertilizers in this. Now here I've got some of my new raspberry canes that are sprouted. Next to that there's some comfrey, which is great mulch and makes good fertilizer tea. This is one of my older raspberries in its second year. These raspberries have not shown any sign of growth as yet, so I'm still keeping my fingers crossed. Got some more comfrey coming up down there. This is my oldest raspberry, and you see I'm having trouble with the light here. It's blossoming and doing quite well. Got another older raspberry next to that, and a few that have new ones that have showing some leaf growth. That one's a Chilliwick. This one is a Heritage, and the one back down the other way was a Chicolton. I've got some. This is my sort of grove of native trees here. Doesn't get a lot of sunshine, but once if you get up here, it starts getting above the roof, it's getting more sunshine. Now whether this provides too much shade for the apples and the more raspberries I've got along here, I don't know. The sun comes, we're facing about north now, so this doesn't get lit. I mean, this part gets lit fairly early in the day, but halfway through the day it loses its light, so this part is lit in the afternoon and only above the fence line there. So okay, just saying about the fence line. So we've got some raspberries, we've got acacias, we've got Tagesaste or tree lucerne. You can see the seed pods there. I'll probably get some of the seed pods and attempt to grow some from seed. Another acacia there. More acacias. This one's quite large. You can see it growing up there. That's perpetual spinach down there. This is one of my ballerina apples that is starting to bud. This is in its second year. Some more raspberries, some more perpetual spinach, a little bit of kale down there, more acacias and tree lucerne, another ballerina apple. So once these get above the fence line, I'm hoping to get more sun, but they seem to be doing alright. Although only one flowered last year, I didn't get any fruit yet, but we'll see how we go. And dotted along here I've got more raspberries. A lot of them haven't shown much sign of growth yet, but we'll see how they go. Down here I've got another tree lucerne. I've got more acacias. I've got some calendula down the bottom there. I've got a salvia in here, which is this one. I've got more acacias. I've got a in the back here, I don't know where we can see it there. Come through here. No, you can't get a real good look at it. Oh, that is a anyway, it's good for bees. Down the front here, I've got some broad beans. I've got a raspberry that's showing some growth there in here. Red sorrel down the bottom. There we go, some red sorrel. Some mint there. I've got pansies. I bought some seedlings. There's a coming up there. I've got some New Zealand spinach down the front here. There's another perpetual spinach. And I've got at the back probably see my passion fruit vine. There we go, which is, I'm going to train, see that coming across there, I'm going to train up that tree there and maybe across over into that one. I've got a feijoa. My feijoa, this one died, unfortunately. Along here I've got some thornless loganberries. That's my blackberry, I think. Or it's another loganberry, I'm not really sure. I've got a rosemary. Next to that I've got more acacias and tree lucerne. Another feijoa, cucumber. If we can get that. Where are we? Here we go, cucumber. Lemon scented geranium. Another flower. I thought this one was dead. That's a sedum. I'll probably that'll probably be flowering in a month. Some more broad beans. This is one of my apples. It's they've all budded and have got growth on them. And that's the Beauty of Bath. This is the Gravenstein. Down here I've got more, I'm not sure what this one is. It's got a flower head on it, so we'll see what looks like a sage from the leaves. So we'll have to see what happens with that. I've got a ornamental kale here that's going to seed, so I'll collect the seeds off that when it's ready. This is a Vista Bella apple, and all around that I've got planted tree lucerne and acacias to provide mulch, a bit of shade, and it also fixes, they also fix nitrogen in the soil. So I've got a cucumber in the ground down here. There we go. I've got a few in pots and I've got a few in the ground. I'm just going to see which does better. My cucumbers so far I haven't done any much chop with. This is a Cox's Orange Pippin. All these are dwarf apple trees. Moving along, I've got two flowering ones, and I don't know why they're flowering because these are the two of the later fruiting ones. So whether they hang on the on the tree for a long time before they ripen, or whatever. I don't really know, but anyway, we'll just see how it goes. This is a Worcester Pearmain and a Rokewood. At least they're blossoming at the same time, which they should. Most apples have to cross-pollinate. Some have to are triploids, which have to that need two pollinating partners. Down here we've got a lard that I'm letting go to seed. I've got some daikon radish going to seed down the front here. Back I've got a silver beet going to seed. That's a the name, but it's cross between a melon and a cucumber. This is a kale, I believe. It's going to seed. And it's a cucumber, silver beet, another collard, one of my peaches, and we have, I don't know if you can see that bee. Here we go, little bee doing its work on the hairy vetch. They seem to love the vetch. I've got some more broad beans down here. I've put in some dotted raspberries. It's one of my, I don't know if you saw that peach. There are some flowers forming. Oh, the flowers are formed, there's some fruit forming on it. If you can see that, there we go. So that's happy. Nectarine. I just planted that this winter and it's got no fruit on it whatsoever. So I'll have to wait till next year for this one. This one is an O. Henry peach, and this is the one that the blossoms were malformed and hence no fruit whatsoever. You know, you live and you learn. I've got some flowers underneath this peach. Got more flowers here. I got and here we come into a nice little grove of brightly coloured flowers. Let's just see along here. I've got a zinnia at the back there coming up. At the front I've got more daikon radish that's going to seed, and this is my most successful peach tree this year so far. It's see lots of fruit forming on there, lots of fruit. So 1 out of 5 ain't bad. You know, I'm still learning day by day. A lot of my peaches and nectarines seem to have peach leaf curl, which you can't treat until the winter. It's got to do with a fungus that gets on the leaf. I don't know if I can show you an example of you can see. No, it's a bit too see that? See how that's got a brown? That's peach leaf curl, and it's caused by a fungus. So I have to treat them in winter while they're dormant. So I'll be doing that next winter. Just along here I've got more flowers, and it makes the ground cover here is coming quite good. I've got more daikon radish at the front. I've got some loosely called weeds, some volunteers down here. More flowers, a mixture of different sorts of flowers. These are alyssum. Okay, I've forgotten the name of these ones. I've got some more acacias coming up. It's all dotted with acacias and tree lucerne along here. Calendula. There's some calendulas in there. There's a parsley that's going to seed. A rhubarb, calendula at the back, and that's a rhubarb. I've got a cucumber here. I've got more flowers here, more parsley, more flowers. Hellebore, it's doing okay. It flowered some and it's going a bit dormant. They tend to flower in winter. So I've got more flowers along here. Some more parsley, some dill. I've got a couple of rogue potatoes that have come up here that I have no idea how they got out here. I think they must have come out with the compost. I've got some marjoram in here. More flowers coming at the back. There's some pretty daisy-like things. There's some calendula that's starting to flower. More broad beans, and that's it. All in all, I'm quite happy with where my garden's at the moment, although they're having a bit of a problem with the fungus on my peach trees. But you know, I should be getting one decent lot of peaches in about, I think that one's fruits in January. So that's it for this month.